Hello, greetings, Paul Drummond here. Welcome to my little series on great banjo albums, great banjo players. Wouldn't be complete without Bill Keith, the great Bill Keith, sadly missed by everyone. This is a great album, Bill at his best I think, and the tune we're going to deal with on there is Crazy Creek. So I'm going to try and do it as best as I can the way Bill did it on the album, and through the lesson I'll be telling you a little bit about my experiences with Bill over the years, which have been very productive, I ought to say. Alright, it opens up with a standard opening, tabs available from me. Okay, I've also put some suggested picking fingerings on there as well. All right. The opening kicks off with a forward roll. Bill plays it obviously in the key of A with capoed up 2 frets. But for ease of learning and teaching, it's just easier for me to show you it in G, and then you can capo up. Alright, so it's just opening up easy, quite straightforward. And interestingly, I talked to Bill about this number. I said, you know, I'd always liked it. It's been a favourite of mine for a while, and on the liner notes on the album, he said that it's been a long time favourite of his, but when I spoke to him about it, he told me that he was originally going to work it up in the key of A without a capo, and then gave up that idea through all kinds of gymnastics needed, and settled for playing it in G and capoing up 2 frets. So there's a little little gem in itself. So okay, so we've come up there. Now we're using this position. And it's quite straightforward. Moving down to the 6th fret. A little bit of single string. Alright, so it's and then he plays a slide. And that's the first part. And on the Something Old, Something Newgrass, Something Borrowed, Something Bluegrass album, I really think that Bill's on top of his game with it. You know, he's just playing superb. Had a big effect on me, this album, when it came out. I was really, because it's not always easy to get hold of Bill Keith's stuff. It's all over several albums, you know, it's not easy to do that. And before we get into the second part, I'll tell you where I've run into Bill a few times in England, firstly, and then later on in the United States. But in England, first time I met him was 1980, a workshop in Coventry, in Brays Lane. They had a Grover Banjo's workshop, was a banjo shop, Warwick Grover, and actually did some work for me on a banjo neck, and did a fantastic job on it. And Bill did a workshop there. And then slightly before that, I was meant to go and see him play, and at Kettering at the Wayfarers Club, but he didn't make it. He didn't get there, and Pete Rowan had to do the whole night on his own, which was a fantastic night. And then the next time I did see Bill, up that way, and then later on down in the Crooked Billet in Essex, And then when I was in the States, I went into him a few times. Philadelphia, I went into him, funny enough, in Boston. And his workshop's really interesting because he'd just draw a big circle on the blackboard, and this is a circle of fifths, and he'd try and show you how things correlated together. And what he was actually doing was teaching you how to think about playing music, you know. So hats off to Bill for that. So just a quick recap, then we go into the second part anyway. And the second part, Bill opens it with a vamp. C minor, really. And then it goes to a B flat. Sort of a G minor. So let me show you how he does it. So he goes. D position, and the tab will show you I've vamped it out the best I can. A lot of ways you can play around that. You can add all kinds of things into it. And back in the day, and I spoke to Bill about this tune again, once again. I opened it up and played it a little differently, and he sort of looked back at me, and he didn't think much to it. What I did, I just added in a little bit different run. So. He didn't think much of that. I think it was too much reminiscent of Bobby Thompson. So there you are. Okay, so he's vamping up. A lot of ways you can do that. Just look at the chord and just vamp around the chord position. And you're back into the main drag. So where he goes up and ends it, he does it this way. The two harmonics. So that's basically Bill Keith's working of Crazy Creek. It was Tommy Jackson fiddle tune. So plenty of meat on the bones again to get into look at Bill's style and just sit back and admire it. Great album. All right. Thanks for being with me. I hope it's a help to you. Thank you.